everybody, it's SuffolkBlue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to our little town of Greenhaven here in the city's skylines. We're going to carry on today. We're going to just carry on doing what we're doing and just building. It's been a while since I played this. It's been a couple of weeks because I actually recorded the last two episodes back to back, and I haven't been able a chance to get back into playing this. So I've been playing some cities. So actually, it's sort of really disorientating when you're trying to flick between one city building game and another city building game, especially the one between the differences between these two is quite different because of the amount of micromanagement involved. Anyway, enough of my problems. Let's get on and see what's going on. So trash is being collected. We're at 30% already over here, so that's something to look out for and keep going. Let's just check our utilities. Water is fine. Electricery. We are in that whole yellow zone of electricery, and that's a problem for us. One of the things we need to look at doing, I think, is getting into a more of a green and a more sustainable form of energy. Now, obviously, over here is a load of sustainable energy over there, but we might have to keep on still with the whole coal until we get, until we have the option of, let's do that. So here we go, we'll update that. So that's used up some of our money straight off the bat, but it will at least give us the electricity we need in the short term. That's going to give us plenty of that. It's giving us plenty of water. Garbage is okay, though it worries me slightly. Health. We have a hospital in town. Obviously, I still have the problem with the whole one-way jobby. That is a problem. The fire is not good. We've got one fire station at the top. We're probably going to have to move another fire station down below at some point to try and even that out. So that's no good to us at all. We've got our police stations here. We've got our education, seems to be okay, and we've got enough places. It's whether people are actually going to be able to get there to them or not. And then we've got this now. We've got the transport, and I really would like to look at creating some sort of way of being able to get buses in and out of this place easily, efficiently. And I'd love them to be able to come. Whatever we do with them, I don't want them to get stuck in their own traffic, because they're traffic too. Buses are still traffic. They create space on the road. So what we want to look at doing, I'll see if we can get some in today. How much is this? It's going to be 30,000. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, I think. Let's get the speed up anyway. We're making reasonable money, though not an enormous amount of cash. Let's have a look. Everything's at 10% apart from industry, which we have whipped up to 11. We could look at taking out a loan, but even if we took out a loan, we're not going to be able to afford to actually do anything with that at the moment. So we might just expand a little further. Industry is screaming out for more industry, and I'm inclined to give it to them. Is this a one-way street? So, yeah, that looks like... Oh no, that was a one-way street, and that's not. So this is a two-way street. This is a one-way street that leads out there. That's a very odd way of doing it. Let's have a look at our one-ways, see if we can't fix this somehow, because that all looks very strange. No, it should be a two-way street. It should be a two-way street. Can we upgrade these two-way streets, maybe? Let's have a look. Okay, let's just bring it along. Let's put some more... out to... just to here to start with, I think. We're going to have lots of industry out here, but that's fine. Yeah, that's a two-way street. Excellent. So, let's just pop that straight... Oh, let's put some water in first, because we'll have no water. Or the sewage. There we go. Put some water in. And water should be fine for now. Let's put in... where is it? This is it. Industrial zone. I don't really want to go around that corner there. So let's do that for now, and then let's just fill in that little bit there. There we go. Good. So that's going to hopefully deal with some of the industry. Let's have a look at our what sort of industry we can have. We want to look at our resource areas, really. Let's have a look at where's our resourcing. Does it give us the resources? Wind, pollution, natural resource. Here we go. So actually we've got fertile land here. We could look at putting out here even some farmland. In fact, it looks like it's the only piece of really nice yellow land available to us, at least in the short term, without buying a ton of additional land. Obviously there's another area all the way up there maybe, but at the moment this looks like a pretty good area to look at expanding into. I don't think we're going to be able to afford the purchase yet. Maybe not. Yeah, it's a little bit tight at the moment to think about that. It's a wee bit on the tight side, so we'll keep that under our hats for now. But it certainly looks like we could put out some farmland out here, which I think would help. But look at that whoosh straight off the bat. We've got an enormous amount of industry coming in there. I'm thinking that I might want to do something like, because I don't know where it can go. I suppose it could lock in the end here, couldn't it? I do that, and then like that. That middle section I may just tree it out, because I want some gap between. I mean, these two intersections are just going to cause me all sorts of problems, aren't they? Potentially. Let's put some trees in anywho. We want some big old broadleafy type trees, really. I haven't got that mod yet, which I know B-Dub has been using, which is the sort of plant trees at an enormous size. Oops. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Back we go. I don't want to do all the same tree. We want broadleafs in here, because if I had to live next door to what I'm about to build there, I would want a great, enormous amount of greenery. Money's picking up, which is good. So all of this down here is going to be trees. Have we got any more broadleaf trees? We've got this type, which is the same as the one I've just been putting down, I think. So tree with leaves 2, tree with leaves. I don't know quite what the difference is. They look very similar to me. Yeah, let's spice it up with a bit of conifer. Bit of evergreen action. That's a mixed forest, but that's a good gap between the two. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to rezone using our paint filler job. And there. Touch of the old greeneries. So those trees aren't really going to hold up much hope of keeping the two apart, but if you lived here, you're going to see hopefully a bit more greenery than you are just the belching of industry. But it's what has to happen to start with, I think, and then we can look at that later. So that's in. We've got 18,000 now, so we really are flying along. Population is sort of stagnant a little bit. They still want a bit more in the way of commercial, and I'm thinking about how I can do that, because I'd like to start thinking about building a sort of city centre, because this is really just the suburbs, if the truth be told. Oh, we've got a fire going on, and I don't think they're there though, they're putting it out. Well done guys, well done guys. Save that one. I like the solar panels on the roof, that's very efficient. Okay, so let's go back to road building. We're getting ready for putting the main buses in. That's what we're going to work towards, I think. Now, what have I used? Have I used one of these? I think I have. Is that the same thing? Yeah. Good. I'm going to start by coming across, and we're going to look at building double lanes. So for the town centre, or the main city centre part, I want to sort of do something like that. And that. Although I could do it that way and put a little park or something in the middle. Yeah. And then I can put some trees or something nice in the middle there, maybe. It's not the most efficient design in the world, but it's okay. So this is going to be the start of our sort of main city area, which is why I'm doing the double roads. If we then come to somewhere like this, have we got the train thing yet? We haven't got enough of that, we're still building. Happiness? Yeah, not so bad. We could go, let's have a think, low density commercial. I can't do high density yet, we're not big enough for it. We can always knock it down later if it goes sort of wrong. Let's put in the rest of this up here first. This is still one way, isn't it? So let's keep that one-way system thingy flowing. by coming across here, like so. So these can only, nobody can go in here, they can only go out. Now this could cause us some considerable problems in a little while, but we'll see. Let's check our water supply. Let's get our water in and sorted straight off the bat so we know it's done. Like that. Like that. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Oh, you're going to connect that way? Okay, I'd like to get some connection between you, just in case something breaks or something goes wrong. And then let's just bring these ones straight through the middle of these. Excellent. So, those are in. Oh, they come slightly downhill by the look of it. There's like a dip. Oh well. That should be fine, though. I might have to check the sewage capacity in a little while. Seems fine at the moment. So let's go back to green. There is still some demand for green, though not an enormous amount. Let's put a couple of blobs in here. Again, just to expand it forward. Get the numbers in. Now, I think I've got these as blue around here as well. And I think I'm going to stick some more blue. Along that edge. Like that. Good. So we put some blue in there as well, some commercial, just to help that along. That immediately should start kicking off. We've got the power for it. I'm still worried about my garbage and my sewage. My garbage is almost half full. Can't afford, and we don't have the we still need another 700. We need more, another 500. Sorry, another 5,000 odd people for that to be able to be purchased. And I'd like to get onto burning this stuff as fast as possible because it also makes energy. What you got to say, Chirper? What have you got? Okay, that's fine. Nothing much. I've turned that off automatic because it was doing my head in. Yeah, so we're actually. Oh, look at that. It's a funny old shape. You can see where the land is dipping away. Love those mountains in the background. I think there's a volcanoes over there. That looks a bit dangerous to me. Right, we've got some abandoned buildings over here. I haven't got the build abandoned mod, so we'll just take them straight out like that. 17,000 now. Don't need to do too much more on that front at the moment. See, I'm wondering whether really what... I don't want to create a full backlog. Although this does seem to be flowing reasonably well. This is going to be an absolute pig when it gets there. Yeah, it's flowing okay. They're going to be able to zoom straight around that corner onto a roundabout and be gone. Still got the flyover in place. That seems to be working. 22,000. I think we look at going straight in with the bus. And I'm going to put the bus in somewhere down here. So that it's... I don't know whether I want it on a main road. I'd quite like a central bus station though. I'm sort of sitting here thinking I'd quite like a central bus station. But it's not on a junction, but has the ability to sort of get in and out easy enough. Okay, well we're nearly there. We can, but we'll buy it straight off the bat, and then we'll start putting in some routes because that should have a good effect. But it looks pretty good. I need to get that ground level mod that B-Dubs has got. I wish you could turn down sirens, especially. They do tend to be a bit loud. It's got a nice little place. I mean, it's not beautiful. There's nothing beautiful about it. This is the new estate. Should we put a new district in anyway? New district. I'm just going to cut off this whole area here because this is going to be downtown, is what we're going to call it. Oops. I didn't want to do that. And then we can come in from D-zone. Let's get a medium brush and just cut this around the edge a little bit. And then I'm going to take the new estates down. Oops. Take the new estates down to meet up with it. Just down to that road edge. Like that. I'm just going to incorporate this into Old Town as well. Good. So that sort of all carries it all together, which is fine. Pearl Heights is not what it's going to be called. This is Downtown. Or Petula. There we go. Oh no, I didn't save it, did I? Idiot. Idiot. Downtown. Oh, Downton? Downton Abbey? No. Downtown. Excellent. So downtown's in place. New estate's looking like they're doing well. Still got a demand for more industry. We've got a fire blazing out of control down here, but we have enough for our bus routes. How much is a fire station over here? Because we haven't got any fire coverage. That would be bad to put that back pretty quick, I think. That would cover some of these. I'm going to put that in anyway, just to help with the coverage a little bit. That has helped. Still got enough for the old bus station, so we're going to go straight in with the bus station. Now, I'm thinking about where I want to put this, and I want to put it on a road, but not too close to a junction, because these buses have got to be able to get in and out easy enough. So I'm going to put it here. It doesn't have any electricity at the moment, but that's fine, because it will have once I put in a bit more commercial down there. So the bus station is in. Has it got water? Yep, it's got water. Good, so now it's got power. Let's just freeze this, and then let's have a look at what we can do with the bus station. So with the bus station, let's go to transport. I can now put bus lines and create bus lines. So let's have a look at this. Starting from outside, I don't want it to stop everywhere, but we want to have a bus line which goes down the one-way systems. Do not want the longest potential bus line in the world. And all I'm doing is just servicing. Oh. Each of these routes. Now I don't know at the moment whether this is going to be too much traffic for them to handle. And if it is, we might have to forego this plan. Is it too long now? Oh no. Oh, that's a one-way, isn't it? So it can't really go down there. So hold on. That's one way. It's a good point, well made. To there. Then it can come down here. So we're just feeding the routes, really, the arterial routes. It's quite a long route. Plenty of bus stops. And we'll see when we get to the end of all of this. Ah, see, we're in it again because that is a one-way. So let's take this out for a second. Come down here. And then what we'll do is, because we don't want this having to cross the path of another bus, you can come round in a big old loop. Bing! And there is a pretty enormous bus line, which is going to be being able to move people around the town, that bit of town anyway, and into the town centre a lot easier. Not really able to get them to work, which is maybe another line that we can create. Oh no, that's right. Okay, and this is, can I change, how do I know what route I'm on? Bus line 2, okay. So bus line 1. Okay, here we go, line colour. Let's make this a nice deep red so we know what it is. It's our main line. Okay, car trip saved, none yet. I haven't got a stop anymore outside the bus station. I think I managed to take that away somehow, but I don't quite know how. So how do I get back? Yeah, I know that. How do I get back to creating stops? Do I have to click... Oh. There we go. And now I've got a bus stop back again. Fabulous! Right, so that's in. I don't want to do anything more with that in the moment. Let's just get that running. And let's see the sort of service. Oh, look, they're red buses as well. So it even tells me which line they're driving. Wow, there's a lot of them. Which way round are you going? Why are you going around in a loop? I don't understand. Did I create a line by mistake? Why would you do that? Oh, now you're going up that way. Why is there a bus line there? Let's have a look at this. There isn't even a bus line there. Do you know what I mean? There isn't even a line. Oh, I'm assuming you had to come out of the bus station and then off you pop. Okay. So off they go. They're now working. I don't know what all that loop-de-loop was about. That seems a very strange thing to have to do. But let's have a little look at our buses. Our bus stops. Look, there's loads of people at buses. Getting on and getting off. Now, do they stop if there's nobody there? Or do they just carry on going? I don't know. Comes a bus stop. Off they get. So, they certainly seem to be at least moving. We'll find out really, because this is the point, look. You see where this sort of traffic issue sort of begins to happen here. As opposed to those lorries coming off here and going that way. They are, or potentially could be, blocking. I don't quite know why you would have that many buses. It does seem a lot, do you know? It seems a lot of buses. Anywho, the bus trip is in. We've got our little red bus routes going in and out. Picking up people, dropping them off, doing what they need to do. And hopefully that will reduce the amount of traffic. We'll see, really. I don't know whether I put one outside the school. I think I might have done. Are these waiting to get on the bus to come home? Maybe. We'll soon see when they get round to them. But they've got to go quite the long route around. But we don't, as I say, we'll do a line test, I think. We'll do a line comparison. I just want to see whether they're going to pick up these... Whether these are all kids waiting to come out of this school, or... Yeah, look at them all get on the bus over there, look. Now, if they're going to be taken home... Because the other thing I could do is put a route in the other direction, which would take them home. Because at the moment, these are going to go into town, and then have to go all the way around again to come back out the other side. Which might be a problem. I haven't seen traffic drop very much as a result. So let's have a look here and see whether that stops. It does. Yeah, loads of kids getting on these buses. Loads of kids getting on these buses. Yeah, look at them. Take all those kids home. And I think I get money for this as well. I think I'm actually making cash out of these... kids. Yeah, look at them. Clear up all of those kids out of that bus stop. Excellent news. And now they're going home. Or at least into the system somehow where they'll be spat out the other side. Well, let's have a look then at the analytics of this. Let's have a look at the stats for this line and see what it's doing. I don't want to add a stop. I don't want to do that either. Let's go on something else. How do I get out? I just want to know about the line. Public transport. Okay. How can I find out the line without clicking on a stop? No, I don't want that. Ah, how do you get out of that then so I can steer it? Well, there's 55 citizens per week apparently, according to this. Line 1. Weekly per... Here we go. So number of vehicles. There's 11 vehicles on this route that saved... Car trips saved 66% of car trips. That's pretty good. Loads of kids on here. And teens. and young adults, so all the schools are well covered, and obviously the adults as well. Number of vehicles 11, weekly bus passengers 63, residents, no tourists as yet. So then they begin this huge loop-de-loop-de-loop, and they'll stop at all these stops, and then they'll be able to get out. We've got some more green spaces coming up now, so let's put in a bit more of the greenery, I think, like so. We're already back up to 30,000. And then what I might do is I might put in what I would class as the industrial bus route, which is to go this way. How do I pick up all these people? Because he can't go into here, because it's one way. How do I... What's the best route into this? I suppose the only route into this is up the top here. It's the only way. And then off they go again, back on the route again. I don't know, are they going to go round and round the loop-to-loop? Okay, no, they're not. I was going to say, because that's weird to me. But look at the numbers of, just the sheer numbers of people trying to get on our bus services. That's really good to see. So excellent, bus transportation is working, but I need to find some way of being able to get in here, because the way we've got this trickle down is that in order to get a bus into this to pick up all the people to take them to work, I'm going to need to come in at the top here. 1, 2, 3... and then go across maybe. So let's do that as well. Then let's make a new line, I think, if I can. Let's make a new line. We come to here. So here. I want to make a new line. Create a new line from here. Is there a way of being able to... yeah, create a new line? And I'm not actually going to stop anywhere along here. I want this to come all the way down to its first stop. Let's think about this. Its first stop is here, and it's going to be here, and it's going to be here, 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 here. Same route as the other ones. Actually, I might do exactly the same bus stops. Say he's putting in thousands of different bus stops. I hope that won't cause a massive congestion at the bus stops, but it should be okay. Add stop. Add stop. Is that one way? Is this one way? It is one way, isn't it? Okay, so that can't go that way around. So you have to come out from here. Out from here. I'm going to do it this way around. So this will feed the back. Coming in here. And again, we're just going to come all the way down. Oops. All the way down. Is this one way? Is this one way as well? Must be one way too. So how do I get that? It's okay, so we can go this way around. All the way back down. Boom. So we've now got the sort of the worky one, which is going to take people, rather than bring them into town, is going to bring them to work, hopefully. This is the blue bus line that's going to be doing that, but I might make it yellow because that would make sense. How do I get out of that? No. No. How do I just... I have to say, sometimes it can be really annoying. And then back into buses. I don't want to do that. I want to click on the line. I want more line information. I'd quite like to change this bus line, modify line, there we go. The line colour for this, Modify line. Just go all the way up to the top, so then once you're gone, I can just do what I like. Come on. Thank you. To here, and I'm going to pick this as a nice yellow bus line. Good, because they're serving industrial and non-industrial zones are yellow. That's the only thinking in my head. I'm going to call this the industry line. There we go, industry line. We can shut that down. Good. So they're now going to pick up people and take them to industry. Greenhaven is screaming out for more people to come and move in, and a little bit of commercial, but that's about it. So today we've managed to put in, look at these buses all coming around here, it's crazy. We put in our bus services. We've got an industrial line, and we have now got the sort of, I don't know really, the central, the main line, which is going to be between the downtown and everybody else. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's have a look at this. 126 citizens per week. You can see the different lines, so we can see where they're made up. And then when we have a downtown one down here, which is going to be actually for corporates, the blue ones, we'll have another line, a blue line, which can go and pick up all of those. You can't get any more information from that screen, which is a bit of a pain. You have to click on the actual lines, and there's not a modifying line. Let's have a look at the budget to see what money we're getting from this, if any. So we're getting 312-ish, 350, 312, give or take, depending on the day. Now, is that income or expenditure? I think that's income. That's on that side of it. This is expenditure. And expenditure is 721, so they're not quite covering their costs at the moment, but they might do. They might do over time. And let's just modify line. Car trip saved, 100% of car trips saved for this line. 18 residents, no tourists. As it then goes around and starts delivering people off at work, hopefully picking them up. Might help. It might help the traffic flow a little bit. Not a great deal. I'm annoyed that they all clumped together. I'd much rather they were spaced out a little bit more, but that's the way it goes. These guys don't have a line. They'll have to walk up here if they want to get to the industry line in. But I think that'll do us for today. So we've expanded out a little bit, brought it down a little bit, and we've stuck our buses in. We'll keep an eye on that in the future. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, remember to leave a like and a comment. It's always great to hear from you. And I'll see you again next week for some more City Skyline. You take care of yourselves. Until next time.